Welcome back to Unapologetically Stupid. It has been a year, and we're finally back, baby. I am your hostess with the mostest, the best of Midwest, Jeff Rhodes, and with me, as always, I have the sensationable Nicholas D. Shin.
What is up, everybody?
This is where we would, hit the buttons, but this is a new setup. We have no one next to the shit. Guys, we're not restarting, and we're gonna this. If you're a fan of our podcast, this is what happens on we have stuff go off. We're gonna address the elephant in the room. It's been about a year.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when you texted me and said, "Hey, are you live?" And I was like, "Sorta." And Jeff was like, "Do you want to do the podcast?" And I'm like, "I've been thinking about it. I miss it. I miss you. I miss sitting next to you for hours.
It's good guy time.
It is, and it has been a year since we put an episode out.
I was telling Nick before we started recording that I have a new podcast, or we have a new podcast on this channel called Bunch of Nerds. I set it up with my friend John, and we did a rollout because we basically had it separate from Squirrely TV. We had it called A Bunch of Nerds. I don't know if I already said that or not.
I don't know.
But we had it separate as like a bunch of nerds, like the YouTube channel. And I was like, you know what? Let's just put it on Squirrely TV. It's 2 channels is too much. I mean, we got a couple listeners, but I'm like, let's just put it on Squirrely TV.
I was going to say 1 channel is a lot of work, let alone 2 channels.
But I transferred all those episodes over and kind of like a little rollout for the Squirrely TV at the beginning of the year. And with those 6 episodes that we already recorded last year, we have surpassed our posting for last year. We only posted 4 videos last year, and it doesn't matter what it is. We went with bake-offs, no, like sketches, no, podcasts, no. I think our last podcast was about Caitlin Clark and vabbing.
See, I don't even remember what vabbing. So we were setting up the studio because we're in a new house.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But Jeff was like, asked me something, and I was like, "No, we never did that."
It was the do we want to
studio?
It was the sitting. Like, do you want to be on this side, and I want to be on that side? And I was like, I think I've always been on the right side of the camera. And he's like, "No." Like,
how long have we been doing this?
We started this podcast, I believe,
2020, in right before the world ended.
I think we posted our first episode in either early March or late February of 2020.
Yeah, and then we did it.
What, we caused COVID?
Yeah, Bush did 9/11 and we caused COVID.
Well, you're welcome, America.
But, I just couldn't I couldn't remember anything. Like, I just don't know, man.
Last year we had, and the worst part is when we were moving into this, I found our calendar, like our content calendar.
Dude, it was so
organized. Guys, I want you to know, what the fuck is happening with this thing? Sorry.
Hey, Mama Rhodes, I would like to note that Jeffrey Sean Rhodes II was the first one to say the F word of 2025.
Guys, it's pretty bad. I need to stop cursing.
No, man.
No, I need to. Someone told me, I think I was watching a show, and it was like cursing shows like a weak mind, and I was like,
it shows honesty.
I almost said fuck again. I was like, fuck, I got a weak mind. Is this thing me? Or is it going down?
I don't know. I just noticed we didn't got 2 lights on, but
shit.
But
so if you're watching on video, bear with us.
So this is the big
We don't call this podcast Unapologetically Stupid for nothing. Let me get this let me tighten it down. Don't do that. Don't do like I'm wasting your time.
But like I was saying, this is, the big comeback because we were gone for a year. Normally our breaks are like just a couple months. And over the last year, I've had a handful of people. I wasn't going to say so many because that would be, just bursting our own bubble, blowing our heads out.
But it's been a decent number.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that were like, "Where's the podcast? Like, where?"
Yeah,
like you're right here. Why aren't you doing the podcast? I'm like, but I'm not right here.
Yeah, I mean, you've been moving and grooving. I've been trying to get accustomed to home ownership and marriage.
Oh, let's just break into it, man.
Just break in.
I think just go. But we're gonna do a 2-part.
Yeah, this is
the
probably
big comeback. This is part number 1.
Yeah, because if most of you guys don't know either, like me and Nick haven't really sat down and deconstructed last year either.
We haven't talked about anything. I got off of work. I drove here.
Yeah.
I organized some cables. I sat down in my new spot.
But like, if you think about it, like we did a podcast maybe once a week for like, so let's say we have a guaranteed meeting out of the 52 weeks in the year, guaranteed probably 30 or 25 of them. And after the wedding, I kind of didn't see you until for a bit.
Like, honestly, I rolled over here a couple days after Christmas to give him a present. And he opened the door, and I got scared because I forgot you were black. You know?
Just to hear my voice on the phone, you just thought I was...
Hello. This is Jeffrey. Jeffrey Rhodes.
But yeah, no, this is like I said, it's therapeutic. This is our once a week to get everything out.
When we close that door.
Yeah.
And
it becomes a safe space.
We turn most of the lights on.
They're on now for listeners. The lights are on now.
And we just sit down and we do our thing.
Yeah. And so we're going to destruct the year of 2024 because
normally,
you guys don't know what's happened to us.
Normally we do that during 2024. But
yeah. And I'm going to have like a personal like update video kind of situation because I have I planned stuff. Like I filmed some of our honeymoon, me and Paige's honeymoon. I filmed some of it. I have a wedding video. I have, as you know, the All-Star video. The weekend basically edited. It's just missing a voiceover.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have like we're gonna have stuff for you on this channel. I know I say that every year, but like there should not be any life-altering decisions happening.
Shut your mouth
in this year.
You never say that.
What?
You never say nothing.
We had 3 in 1 year. Oh, I technically had 3 big things happen to me: house, marriage, job change. That was like 3 and the job change, different jobs.
But you know how life is. It'd be like, hey, look, it's going good for him, and then just like bend you over.
If it's if it's like bad things, I would want to do this because it's my therapy. But like with like the homo, like I was trying to get this place all set up to like I got like a new desk, new
we
monitors.
built this house, you know.
Damn near. You and Jansen basically built most of my furniture.
Yeah, Jansen and I own everything in this house.
Did you build this?
No, that's yours.
I built this?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
I ain't fall over yet.
But you want to get started with just, I think our last podcast, because we bought the house in February. I don't think we fully moved in yet.
No,
and hence,
I think we did the last episode in the empty apartment.
You're right, because everything was moved basically except for that room.
Yeah, we didn't move the studio until the day we left.
So yeah, me and Paige, we bought a house. We are recording here right now. So like this should be, knock on freaking wood, the last studio change. Because if you think about it, every like 2 years we like move studios.
Yeah, the way I look at
or recording places.
The only way we move studios is if we move into a legit space.
For us personally, I know that me and Paige have talked about because we would probably give this room up if we had a baby to the baby, and then I would get a shed in the back, and we would put electricity to it, all that stuff, and it would be like a 20 by 20.
20 by 20.
Yeah, forget the HOA.
Okay.
The HOA can't stop me because I can't stop myself. Yeah, and I also talked about my plan about joining the HOA. It's not working.
Yeah.
It's like silent. No one likes the HOA. We went to one meeting last year, and apparently there's like a whole thing about like renters and owners.
Yeah, the only people that are in an HOA like make it a point to be in the HOA are losers.
Whoa, shit. Whoa, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
An HOA is
they control everything.
They try to.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, like my HOA, they don't enforce anything.
True. It was
nothing.
It was some lady at the meeting was like, if we can't see it, then we can't report it. So I was like, oh, get a fence?
Well, yeah, it's a tall fence to hide a 20 by 20 building.
That's true. I'll make the first, like the back half, like pretty tall. 'Cause I have some people out there who have like sheds that are not 20 by 20, but they go pretty high. If I just have like the back half, like up high,
here's
and
an
the
idea.
front,
I got
like
an idea. We dig it down.
Oh shit, like an amphitheater kind of thing. And we put a dome on top.
Yeah.
Guys,
that video I sent you, Doug Dimmadome. Owner of the Doomsday.
Dimmadome.
Did you know he got mad hoop skills?
You sent me that picture, and I was like, damn. First of all, I haven't even heard. heard or thought about that name until you sent me that picture in
Yeah.
10, 20 years.
I'm telling you, man, the things that you come across while pooping.
But yeah, no, home ownership is nice. It's good not having like things break down constantly on us. And we kind of did a clutch thing because when we got married the same year, we got bought a house. So we like most of our furniture is also new from like people like, hey,
Dude,
congratulations.
It was nuts. Bought a house, moved.
Yes.
Grandma passed.
Yes, that is true. On my bachelor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot that. Okay. So bought a house, moved, go to bachelor party, come back, find out grandma passed.
Yep.
Then funeral, and then wedding, and then honeymoon, and then you got to move in finally.
Yeah.
Damn
Damn
Then
near.
you got to unbox stuff.
Yeah, really, real talk. And like when I was unboxing things, it just went from like, you know, you gotta do shit when you own a house.
Oh yeah.
Like currently, as we're speaking, it's fucking cold in like Indiana.
We got Arctic stuff going through.
Like
Snow.
-9.
More snow than we've seen in years.
Yeah, it's not even the snow. It's just the cold. Like the wind chill's pissing me off. And my mom texted me, or I think I texted her. I was like, "How do you know if your pipes are freezing?" Because I was
you
like,
don't have water.
That's what she said. I don't know. I don't know these
You
things.
don't have water,
Dude,
or you have water spewing.
When
It's your two options.
I don't want to go outside and check the water. She was like, "You should probably turn off your hose." And I was like, "How?
You didn't?
Are you supposed to?" Like, what the? No one's. It's not a
Yeah.
manual. Well, there probably is a manual
Yeah,
somewhere.
No, there ain't no manual.
Like house hunting for not hunting, but house owning for dummies.
Probably, I guarantee you, there's a dummies book for everything. How
How
to eat a salad for dummies. Yeah, pretty much.
And for those of you on audio only, oh god, I always forget. It's a podcast, not a video. But yeah, no, stuff like that. Apparently, you're supposed to check the dryer vents outside for lint, or else that can cause a house fire.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Didn't know that either.
You normally just clean it out like once a year. It's not like
Apparently, ours you got to do it like once every 2 months because we do. It accumulates a lot of lint in there.
something's not right then.
I think Paige is washing too many clothes.
Well, when it's warm again, I'll go crawling.
Crawling, well, you need to crawl.
Didn't it go up?
It's right. The vent's right outside of this.
Yeah, but the hose. You got to follow the hose.
Oh, we don't do that. We just kind of get rid of all the excess stuff on the outside.
Yeah, well, you can snake the whole thing
Oh,
because it gets like if it's not straight
Mhm.
and there's wines in it,
Mhm.
it cakes in there, so it's not
damn.
exhausting the way it's supposed to exhaust.
Things I don't know about owning a house. It's
It's gonna come.
yeah, that's what her dad said. Her dad's been like teaching me lessons. Like low key, he painted this room.
He painted the whole house.
Yeah, I mean, it was like when we were here, I was like, hey, like this is my room. Like I'll paint it. Like yeah, I know it. He was like, okay. He's like, I'll show you. And then he painted this wall, like the blue wall. He's like, this is how you do it, the top first. I'm like, okay, I got it. Because in my head, I know I'm putting this material on it, so like I don't give a shit what the side walls look like. But he was like, no, you gotta do it like this. And I'm listening, and I'm just like, yeah. So I start doing it, and then he was just like, you know, I'll just finish up.
Yeah.
And it happened like at least twice. And like
Yeah.
apparently Paige was like, yeah, my dad's like really into painting. And I was like, great, because I'm really not personally.
That's just a dad thing, man.
Yeah, I paint.
You ask him for help, and then let me show you how to do it.
Yeah,
And then I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, hold the light.
I low-key, I think it was kind of embarrassing when I told him my lawnmower. Because
Yeah, I remember you calling me.
I called you because, you know, Nick owned a landscaping company for a bit. Technically, you still own the name, don't you?
Oh, it's still active, baby.
But like me not knowing things about anything, like I never mowed in my life. The one time I actually did mow, I did it by accident. Like I didn't mow anything because I didn't put the blade down. Because I didn't know you had to put a blade down to mow things.
Yeah, if it's a rider.
And it wasn't a rider; it was a push. I just didn't push. I was mowing the backyard of Snoo, and people started accumulating on like the front porch, drinking and watching me. I'm like, why are they fucking watching me? I get halfway done, and then one of my friends, one of my like fraternity brothers, Ben, comes down like, I can't take this anymore. Jeff, you got to put the blade down. Like you're not cutting grass. I'm like, well, what are these things? Like that's just like the streaks from the wheels.
See, I don't understand that. Push mowers, you don't drop anything.
Apparently, this one you did.
Interesting.
And yeah, so therefore, like, I don't know anything about lawnmowers from that story. And I'm like, you know what? One thing I was excited about owning a house was like mowing my lawn. I was like, I've never done it. It's like domestic bliss. It's a sign of domestic bliss. And so I started mowing the lawn and I was going great. And then I had to like I put oil in it. I put gas in it. The first time I did it, good. I thought I was good. And then I read somewhere that you're supposed to like change oil like every 5 mows or something, or 2 mows or 3 mows or something.
Season out of it.
I didn't. So whatever. This is proof. Do not trust everything you read on the internet. So in my head, no. Here's what it was. I think I got a sample oil or something
that came with it.
Yeah,
just the little thing of oil.
But
yeah,
and like maybe I read something. I don't know. This is what happens. I run out of gas, so I put gas in it, and I'm like, oh shit, I wonder if it's out of oil. So I try to do the little dip, like the dipstick thingy.
Yeah.
It's yellow and like the oil is like clear. So I couldn't see anything. So I thought it was out. And so I got a new oil thing and I just.
You want to know how you check those? It's even like a car. You pull it out, you wipe it off, you put it back in, and then you pull it out and look.
Where were you? Because I definitely put a whole entire bottle of oil into that, and I start mowing my lawn, and it just lit up like it didn't blow up. It wasn't explode. It was just smoke everywhere. And I'm Googling white smoke out of a lawnmower, and it was like, yeah, you got to, and then like oil starts spilling out of it, like
because it's too much.
It's spraying out while I'm like, okay. So I started again, like, oh wait. What I read was like, wait a couple. If it still does it, then something's wrong. And the second time I did it. It's just oil spewing everywhere. And I'm just like, yo, fuck home ownership. This is stupid. I hate mowing lawn.
I'm going to be like my mom and outsource it.
I don't ball like her, so I'm still stuck mowing my own lawn for now. It's going to suck.
Yeah. Hey, I mowed your lawn. I mowed every house you've had in Indiana.
That is true. Well, I've only had one, but like I've stayed at.
Two.
I've stayed at.
You've had 2.
I didn't own it. My mother owned it.
It's your house.
True, but you also didn't mow my lawn in Muncie.
True.
Indianapolis, you've mowed.
Yeah, I would never travel to Muncie.
Oh, but yeah, no, that was fun. And then there was an incident with our Paige's bushes. We have a bunny infestation.
Bunnies are just terrible.
Yeah, no.
They're so cute to watch hippity hop, but what they do.
Yeah.
See, the thing that bothers me, I mean, you've seen my house. The yard's immaculate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very.
It should be. You're a landscaper.
It was.
Was. Sorry, was.
It's not like being black, It's on you forever.
It's not a skill that you lose, like riding a bike. We're all bicyclists.
Other than Matt Long.
We love you, Matt.
Hey, we can get into that here in a little bit. When we get more into the summer.
That was on our content calendar. Was to make a video with Matt riding a bike.
I got him on a bike when we were in Florida.
No shit.
Yeah.
How'd he do?
And I have a video of it.
Yeah. I think you showed it to me, but I forgot.
It wasn't good. See, the problem was I will pat him on the back for this. He tried it. But the moment he decided he was done, he was done. Like there was no, come on, man, just try it. Like he didn't even get like a foot.
He's like, no, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah, And then he ended up like kicking me in the nuts when he was trying to get off of it, and it was just bad, man.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no. And then we got into golf.
Yeah, we did a lot of golf,
and we had a lot of golf stuff planned. God bless. We even went golfing on my bachelor party.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
I mean, there was a good 4 months. I probably golfed a minimum of twice a week.
Yeah, no, you definitely got better than me. Last time we golfed, you were, because in my head, you golfed when you were young, but you weren't anything special.
I didn't enjoy it.
Like I feel like when we golfed together the first time, I thought we were pretty like skill level. We were pretty close.
Terrible.
But like last time we golfed, it was me, you, John, and Matt. You were hit. I did hit that no look long shot putt. I will say that.
You did.
That was all. I wish I had someone.
Was that Psalm?
It was the one in Noblesville.
Oh, Stony Creek.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only best thing I'd done with golf was that no look like 20-foot putt, and I was just like, it was the back nine. I was hammered, and I already lost. Me and John already lost the hole, so I'm just like, let's just go for it. I just hit it, and I point and walk off, and I just hear, oh, I was like,
yeah, it was a high point of your golf
I'm pretty sure
career.
wasn't even for like a birdie. It was like for bogey or
Yeah,
something.
or double, or the typical. But yeah, we did a lot of golf.
Yeah, and we're definitely gonna have a golf thing.
Hell, we're going golfing in a couple days.
Simulating, but yeah.
You gotta
Like we have a buddy. Like we
gotta stay in it.
Oh yeah, we have a buddy who owns like a golf brand, which is a solid. I honestly only buy his hats. I'm not wearing his hat,
dude. The James 4, the black hat that he came out with, that is the best hat I've ever worn in my life.
Really?
And
it's so nice.
See, he gave it to me.
Similar to this one.
Let's see, I bought it and I didn't see him for like a couple weeks, so it was a while before I actually got it. And we did Morning Star.
Okay.
Over off of Washington Street.
Yeah, down the road, right down the road.
Yeah, and he showed up. We were golfing, and he brought the hat. I put it on it. It's like 98 degrees, hot.
Oh yeah.
And we're sweating, we're drinking, and everything, and the hat didn't sweat through.
Really?
It's a black hat.
Dude, it's not. That's nice.
Dude,
that's the one with like the holes in the back, like the aerated. Yeah.
And for the money, it is worth it. Hats are expensive.
Yeah. No, dude. Yeah. It's very similar to this one. It's like a trucker hat.
Yeah.
The ones that he has, I don't know where he gets like the material from, but it's like fitted, and it's not fitted. It has an adjustment, but it's like it fits on your head pretty good. And I haven't gotten any of his clothes. Did I get one of his clothes?
See, that's the one thing I told him. I said, hey, I you may not know this or not, but I'm fat. Right. So, and he's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'll give you some of the testers tryouts.
There you go.
Because that is the one thing I hate to do is buy something online and I get
it
doesn't fit right.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I need to get more of his clothes, but I have an idea of like doing like a James 4 golf tournament at Morningstar because the person who owns that is a SNU. That's where we have our SNU golf outing every year. So I'm trying to pull that card out of my bag. The one
thing I love about Morningstar is you go in the middle of the summer, it gets so hard out there.
The ground?
It doesn't matter how bad of a swing you had, that thing will roll.
Oh, yeah.
Roll and roll and roll. And the way the holes are intertwined, it's just one by one.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, they're so close together. So, like, if you're like me, you slice. Yeah, and you slice into the other fairway.
You got to go 3 holes over,
but you still have a good line eye to the hole that you're supposed to go on to.
The thing I love about it too is the last time I was there, I think I came out with like 20 balls. Because
were you hunting or you just find them?
That's part of me golfing now. Is I look for them. But with Morningstar, because of how compact it is, a lot of people just don't care and they'll just drop another. So,
especially in that ravine, right?
Yeah, I'll do the look around. I'll be like, there's nobody physically looking for this. I'll pick it up and go.
Jeez. Yeah, no, when I went there for this new outing, there was I took my ball grabber out for something else, and I just saw, I was like, in that ravine there, and I was like, dude, that's so many just free balls.
Yeah.
Because I'm not to the point where golfing where like the ball I use matters. I learned that with my.
I've got certain balls that I prefer.
Like Pro V1s are like the godfather of not tennis balls, golf balls. Like, doesn't matter to me. That's why I'm probably set with like a Kirkland or anything like that because
I love the Kirklands. For the money,
they're decent. Yeah. And someone told me that their design is like similar to the Pro V or Titleist
the
or whatever.
Old ones were.
Not the new ones?
It's a different generation or something.
Oh, they probably got sued and had to change.
And I forget the Max Flies, the Dick's brand.
Didn't know. Oh, okay, yeah.
Is, a knockoff.
That's a Max. That's a Dick's brand?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
Pretty sure. Also,
decent price balls.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I get because.
But I just don't buy balls. I just go get them.
I have to buy at least. If I'm going golfing, if I'm doing 18 holes, I'm at least losing 9 balls.
Let me rephrase this. The most balls I've ever lost is probably at Gray Eagle and Fisher's.
How many?
Just on hole 1?
No. If you're about to tell me something over like 3 or 4, that's crazy.
3.
Okay.
Because you know how where you tee off, you've got that huge
water
lake right
there. Yeah.
And every time I'm like, oh, cool, it's going in to the left. And then it goes bloop, right in the water.
I learned how to fix my slice when I think I was with you playing at Gray Eagle.
Yeah.
With a Bond.
Yeah.
I learned how to fix my slice. Guys, if you're a golfer, if you're an avid golfer and you are listening to this and you have a slice, here's what you do. You set up the ball going to the hole, and then you place your body directly onto the side of it, hitting left. And if you hit directly left and you have a slice, it will curve and go into the fairway. Nick can attest. I did it at least 3 times, and all 3 times. Only day I got fairway that whole entire time we were golfing is when I lined it up just opposite and just wanked it.
That was the night I couldn't hit a putt to save my life.
Yeah, that was a fun time, though.
Yeah, I can't wait for
Putting
it
is
to get
hard.
warm.
Dude,
and,
it's...
And just get back out there.
Yeah, I'm going to get out there with my camera. And then, yeah, because like I said, the only thing I've ever filmed with, like, golfing was my bachelorette.
Ooh.
Bachelor party, which... Let's just face it. I'm just gonna say it. Matt got hammered out of nowhere.
Let's just get into the bachelor party. So,
Jesus,
we're gonna take the year piece by piece. We've talked about the house.
Yeah, that was like in February, March,
and moving, and now we're getting into March, April, and the bachelor party. So we went to Nashville.
Woo! We're basic. I know. Leave me alone. That's where I wanted to go.
And we get down there, and I don't know if you were there for this, but when we were getting into the townhome and everything, our neighbors across the thing were there.
Oh yeah,
They were unloading, and the lady was like, "Indiana, hi, Indiana," and we're like, "Hello." And the one lady's like, "Where you guys live?" I was like, "Fishers." She's like, "Oh, we're in Westfield." And I'm like,
"Oh, hey, really?"
And I looked at Matt, and I'm like, "Oh, we have a bitch." And she just said something. And it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, wasn't she there celebrating her divorce?
I think.
Because I remember I got there and she was like, "What's going on, guys?" I'm like, "We're a bachelor party." She was like, "We're doing the opposite." I was like, "What?" Like, "I'm getting a divorce." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, God. I said, "Do you have any words of wisdom for me?" She was like, "Do you really want to hear them from me?"
I was gonna say, clearly the guy is moving on to bigger and better things.
Shout out to you, divorced couple in Westfield.
But we got moved into the house, and the refrigerator in the kitchen was just full of beer.
Dude, that's actually crazy because I'm pretty sure I still have beers from I didn't drink them.
Yeah,
because
we
drank a lot on this bachelor. First of all, can we just elephant in the room? 4 days, Nashville, too much.
Yeah,
too much. We got there Thursday night. Right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, and we left Sunday.
So went back Sunday. Thursday was supposed to be a chill night, or like drinking games at the townhouse.
That was the plan, until your Ball State people.
Shout out Saucy and Austin, because I'm pretty sure they're like, we should go to the absence bar, and they know for a fact because last time we were in Nashville together, we went to the same absence bar, the Green Fairy, Green Tooth, or whatever.
Like that.
And I was just like, this is not it. But what made me want to go is because my friend Richie wanted to go.
Yeah, and Richie does not drink.
Yeah, I think we must have told stories on this podcast about Richie before, about his days drinking, which is a very few. And so
two.
And I was like, whoa, Richie wants to go drinking. He's like, yeah, sure, let's. He wants to go to absence bar. All right, I want to see his reaction.
If he thought tequila burnt going down.
Yeah, and I made it a note to tell him. I was like, hey, dude, you don't have to like feel pressure to go do this. Like, we can, like, me, you, because I think you stayed at the house.
Yeah,
you, John, and John. Did John go? I don't remember.
Matt stayed.
I just remember because the first night was actually I think first and second night were the crazy nights because we were just drunk.
And then the night that we actually went to Broadway, that's just when it all kind of.
That's when. So I think like my Ball State got I don't know. I feel like you, Jansen, and Matt got drunk on the Friday, or the Saturday.
Yeah.
The day
I was consistently buzzed.
But you were figgity on Saturday.
Saturday was because we'll get there.
Because Thursday we went to the absence bar. A few of us went. Richie tried absence. Am I saying that right? Absence. Absence. Oh, Jesus, that sounded delectable.
Yeah, I know a girl like that.
Yeah, absence. He's tried like a bunch of cocktails with absence. I was like, dude, you liking this? He's like, you know, it's not the worst thing I've ever had. I was like, yeah, because you drink straight fucking tequila. That's anything's better than that from the head, like Jose Cuervo. But no, we had a good time. I had like I think a flight, and then like my friend Austin had like 2 flights. We were it was a nice little buzz, and then someone's like, all right, I'm thinking we're going home. Like, oh, let's go to Broadway. I was like, whoa, Broadway's like Saturday. Like, what's going on? And he was like, well, we're downtown. Like, why not go? I'm like, twist my arm.
Because I just remember being asleep. Because I had a long week.
I think you might have went, and then you went to the house afterwards. I think Richie. I don't remember.
Because I remember I woke up when you guys got home, and Matt, because Matt was in my room, and he's like, "I'm gonna go see what the hell they're doing."
Because they were making all
And
the noise.
Matt comes back up like 5 minutes later, and he goes, "Jeff's Ball State friends are in their underwear having a lightsaber fight," and I'm like, "Well." Yep.
That sounds about
and then I
a
rolled
bachelor
over
party
and
for Jeff Rose.
And then I rolled over and went back to sleep.
What was the night that was that? What it must have been Friday night, because Friday we get up.
Friday's when we went
had
golfing,
team talk.
right?
Yeah, we had team time in the morning. We went golfing. Half my Ball State friends are not golfers, so I think they did the first 8 holes. Then came back to the house. We did all 18, and then out of nowhere, so we drink when we golf. We're men.
We drink a lot. Why lie to the people?
I don't think it was a lie. It's just an omission of the truth.
Well,
we drink.
Not like we're doing anything illegal.
It's not illegal. Well, some would say sometimes.
Because I don't think I don't think driving a golf. Oh,
it's a motorized vehicle.
Yeah, but how do we get home?
Somebody broke the law. But like we're at like hole. I don't even know. Let's call it hole like 11 or 12.
We were
backed up on a hole.
Yeah,
like, there was like people in front of us. So we're just chilling at this cart. Next thing I know, I just hear. Oh, I thought it was gonna be louder. I hit it, but I heard a thunk on the ground, and Matt just fell over.
Yeah, so Matt and I were on a cart together.
Yeah, please tell me.
And
tell me how this happened.
Matt was driving up until this point, and we're just sitting there, and we're talking, cart to cart, waiting. It was the cute girls that were in front of us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and we're just talking and watching them tee off, and Matt just claps out of the cart like he didn't say anything. He wasn't moving. He just boom. And so I'm like, I get up and I go to help him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened? And he's just laughing. You know how Matt gets.
Yeah, when he's hammered. Yeah.
And so we move on a little bit, and Matt's just getting pissed because he got so with golfing. I'm sure anybody knows this, but with drinking, there's that fine line of where you need to know when to slow down or stop.
Yeah.
And golf is even worse than that with drinking. So you need to know what you can drink and still get through 18 holes.
Exactly. And be at least coherent or good enough to golf.
Matt surpassed that very quickly.
I just remembered the part where who's the guy that comes around the cart?
The Ranger.
The Ranger came, and John was like, Matt, stop. Because Matt just had to go pee.
Oh, yeah. He peed. Matt, sometimes if we get backed up when it's busy, he will pee twice a hole.
Yeah, but like Psalms has that little back part where it's like
this is all wide open. Like there's trees and everything.
We were not in the back of the course.
It's wide open.
Yeah, like there's a tree there, and the Ranger, I kid you not, less than 50 yards away.
Yeah,
and see him clear as day.
Yeah, and he's just got his back to him, and he just starts peeing.
And then the best part was, Matt, put your dick away. It's the Ranger. I'm going fuck.
Yeah, it was.
He was getting so angry. He's like, "Why do I give a crap about what a Ranger says? They're gonna do kick me out." I was like, "Yes, Matt, they will kick us out."
Oh man,
dude, I think I have video of that still of just him, just like. And then there's a video. I think it's like he's like, "I'm gonna do a John Daly." He was, and, I think you're in the background like more like drunk Daly.
Yeah,
and Matt's just like, like, well, what are you gonna do? And then. I think we got lunch after that. Then we hit the bars again that night.
Yeah, and then it all kind of just started going downhill Saturday.
No, Friday was my worst day. Your worst day was Saturday. My worst day of where because we went bar hopping a little bit because we went to Jason Aldean's again, then Luke Bryan's on the rooftop, and then back down somewhere. And I was wearing that belt, with the cowboy hat on. So people were like. They're like, dude, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen. I was just like, thanks. I don't know what to do.
It's the autism.
I was like, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Because I'm pretty sure we closed down the bar on Saturday. And then Saturday, no, on Friday, and Saturday I was, that's the night I came home. I think I got into like the air mattress part or the pull out part in your bed. Or was that Saturday night? Because you were hammered that night too. Whatever. I have a video of us like talking, and like all the video is it's just blackness, and you just hear your voice, Matt farting, and then you laughing and me laughing, and we're saying some just stupid shit about something, and we're just all having a good time. I don't remember
what morning was it. We're sitting out on the roof in our underwear.
That was Saturday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were pretty banged out.
Yeah, because I woke up. It was me, Austin, Simpson. We all just were hungover. Like we were trying to go to the IV bar, and if the IV bars, for those of you don't know, you go to a place, you pay like $100, and they hook you up to IV, so you're like your hungover is gone like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then we had to. Richie found like an anime convention or something, or some kind of con.
Richie he wanted breakfast. Remember, we went to the hotel and
he got pissed. He was pissed.
It was just okay. So we wanted brunch, right? So we go to a brunch place. They
looking back at the memories.
We were just a tad bit late for brunch. And so we had to order lunch. That was strike number one for Richie.
Yeah, I got late. I got there late, but I could tell Richie was over it.
And I was over it because he was over it. I'm like, how about we just not ruin it for everybody?
Oh, I don't think he was. He was trying to
hit his wall with that situation, and then the lady spilled the
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Wait, no, I think he got his meal wrong.
They got his meal wrong.
So he wanted brunch.
No. Okay, so he wanted brunch. Strike one. The lady spilled the drink on him.
Yeah.
And that was strike number two. And he got up and walked off.
Yeah, then he came
back.
As
she was like, "I'm so sorry, I'll get a towel." He slid that heavy chair back and just walked off. And then he comes back. When the food comes, they give him the wrong meal. Strike three, they're done.
He was over it. I felt so bad for Richie, the waitress, because when she spilled water on him, and he just got out. He also like rolled it. It was like all of it in one motion. He got up, pushed back his chair, and rolled his eyes all in one. Yeah. He was like, oh, like got up.
Because that was Saturday morning lunch, whatever.
Yeah, brunch.
Because he didn't go out Saturday. No, he stayed home.
Yeah, I think he was.
He was just over.
Social battery was a social battery was a lot, and golfing was probably. Did he go golfing? Yeah, he went golfing. That probably wasn't his thing either. I think he went home, and him and Jansen went home early too.
He stayed with us till the end because every time we would screw up, he would laugh at us and yell at us.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Was he there with Matt? I didn't think he was. I thought him and Jansen left early to go home too.
Maybe, I don't remember.
That's what drinking does to you.
See, and then Saturday night hits.
Oh, it's
not even Saturday night. We started drinking at the house.
Yeah. We were pre-gaming.
And we had that.
Dude, Jansen got hammered.
We had that huge thing of Kirkland vodka.
Oh.
And John and I were making mixed drinks.
Yep.
And by mixed drinks, it was vodka on ice with liquid IV poured in it. You know, we figured
why the fuck not?
An upper and a downer, you know? So that was mistake number one.
Did it work?
Well, no.
I mean, you made it. We closed. Did we close the bars on Saturday?
I don't know.
We were walking pretty late.
I just remember laying on somebody's porch waiting for the Uber.
I remember we left you with somebody. I think me and Jason left you with Matt, and then we went to another bar.
Yeah, Matt went because he had to pee, remember?
Okay, Matt went to pee. Okay,
yeah, and then Jansen was with me, and I vaguely remember Jansen going, "Nick, look at me. Nick, I'm going to go find them. Do not move."
Because we were gone for like an extra 20 minutes because when Matt went to pee, I was like, "Hey, want a beer?" We just sat at the bar and left them in the cold outside. We were just like, yeah, why not? Let's drink beer.
You know, if we start out Saturday night, you got to do your karaoke.
Oh shit! I forgot about that whole entire section of the night.
Yeah,
where we went to karaoke in the Coyote.
Yeah, then we went to Coyote, and you got your little
dude, fine as hell.
Yeah,
she was fine as hell. I'm a married man, but she was fine as hell.
It was interesting. She had a huge penis.
Whoa, chill. What?
The stuffed penis that she...
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I wasn't looking at her penis. I was looking at the top. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I just remember Matt being mad because he's like got one before me.
Yeah, and it was not a flattering...
female.
Yeah.
And then Jansen that's when Jansen was drunk because he bought them both. Yeah. Because there were $20 for like this shot. Like if that Coyote, at least if you don't know, it's like the whole like girls go on top of the bars and do the crazy dancing thing. And like it's like was it a blowjob shot? No, it was just a regular shot.
I don't a bosom blowjob.
It was and then something like the whole thing they tease.
I got a video of it.
I do too. It'll probably be in the little update vlog thing, but like they tease you. And at one point I was like, "Is this happening? Am I gonna like do this? Like she's hot. Like Paige, forgive me. I'm like okay." And then she like went away, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm kind of into it." And then she did it again. I'm like, "Okay, now you're pissing me off." I'll just. And then the fourth time she like sucked it into her mouth, I was like, "Give me the fucking shot." I was over it. I was like, "This is pissing me off." She was like, "Jancy, pay $20 for this for fucking blue balls." And then she gave it to me, and then she was like take it all in, and like move my head. And I was like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. This is a waste of money. Did. And then Jansen was over there smiling, just had a good time. I was like, Jansen, you're hammered. There was no way I would have spent $20 on that. 40 because he bought mats too.
Coyote Ugly was the one where the bouncer guy chased me down because I had a bottle in my back pocket.
From the other bar?
No, just a water bottle.
Oh,
he's like, no outside drinks, and I pulled it out, and I'm like, spitter.
Like, you're not used to that nationally?
And I'm like, because he kind of got shitty with me. I said, there's two things that can happen here. I can either spit in this bottle, or I'm going to spit on your floor.
And he let you in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, dude, and the karaoke was fun. Because did we meet up with Devin?
Yeah, Devin, our number one fan.
Yeah, I was like, why am I? There's like a blur of like
because
Devin
it was
there too,
because that
wife.
Was his birthday weekend that his wife surprised him with.
Yeah,
and he didn't know about it until like they were going.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he knew we were going to Nashville for the bachelor party, and we invited him. But then he kind of got like bummed because it was the same weekend that
it's his birthday.
And
thing,
then we ended up
going to the same place. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. It was like a surprise
because he was trashed.
Oh yeah, I just remember playing basketball and like the little game thing, like being like locked in trying to break this record, and I just see him. I'm like, oh Devin, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what are you doing here? He was just like drinking. I was just like, oh, you're hammered. You are hammered. Then we went to go like the rooftop.
See, I remember getting in the elevator. And I don't know what bar it was, but I remember getting in the elevator, and it was John and I, and there was like 2 or 3 ladies.
Yeah.
And we're talking, whatever, and this one lady just kept looking at me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what? What? She's like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, cool. I'm just, your typical fat guy. We all look the same. And so the elevator door opened, and, we parted our ways, and we found you guys, and we're hanging out, and we were up there like a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and this lady showed back up. She's like, I know where I know you from. She pulled her phone up, and she had a picture with me and her kids at a pit party.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
really?
And
wait, I think was I there for this?
Yeah, you were sitting
in the background, on the ledge or whatever on that patio. I remember you telling me about this.
I was like, that's cool. And I'm like, where was this? And she's like, Springfield. And I'm like, yeah, that would make sense. I drove there. So I'm like, that was kind of a cool moment. And then everything else that night just went down.
I thought you were going she thought you were like Luke Combs or something. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Everything didn't go down. I just remember having a deep conversation with drunk Jansen about like death out of nowhere. I think I told him, I was like, do you think if you jump from this, you could survive or something like that? And he was like, why would you want to? And I was just like,
why would you want to jump, or why would you survive?
Why would you want to survive?
That's what I would say. I would say.
And I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, life. And he was like, that's overrated. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, Jansen, I think you need to drink some water because you're getting like in that mode. And then you split up with, so at one point it was just me, John, and Jansen. Ball State guys were somewhere else.
Because I know John and Matt and I went to another bar after that. I remember that.
I think we went to Tootsie's.
Yes.
And I met you at Tootsie's. I met you going into a bar and you were leaving. And I was just like, where are you going? You're like, I got to find someone. And then that's all you said. You dipped. And then Matt's like, I'm going to go with him and make sure he doesn't like do anything. I'm like, okay. By this time, like, I feel like this time we were apart for a little bit. Like, because we were at that rooftop all together to get food. You guys left early. I stayed with Jansen and John. We were going to you guys, and then you were leaving to where you were coming from, and we were going in because I'd never been to Tootsie's.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just kind of want to see what it's in. Like, okay, I'm going to find someone. And Matt's like, I'm going to make sure he's okay. And I'm like, okay, what? That's weird. And then it was silence for 2 hours. Like I didn't see
From
you for
me?
2 hours. Yeah, from both of you, Matt, you, like the Ball State guys. Like I don't remember like nothing. We were just bar hopping. Like this is like the point where me and John and like Jansen, I think we're just bar hopping. We landed on what was it? Luke Bryan's, like the big 3-story one. And we were on one of the levels upstairs. We were just hanging out, just like watching our waitress, who was hotter than I'll get out. That was like, well, she was pretty cool. I think Matt was trying to, no, Jansen, it was Jansen. Jansen said, what did he say? What did he call her? He called her like my spring flower or something like that. That's when I was like, Jansen, you're drunk. You're going home. You're like, I was just like, she can come serve us anytime. And then out of nowhere, I think I texted Matt, or Matt had our location, and then he brought you and like he came back. I think Matt sobered up because he was pissed. He sits down. I was like, oh, where you guys been? He's like, don't ask. I was just like, what? And I look at you, and you're like, I was just like, okay. And you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Like I remember, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And we were at Kid Rock's.
That's what it was, Kid Rock's.
And it was something.
Yeah,
I remember it was. Why am I stuttering? Has it reversed? Has it reversed?
All these years.
You haven't stuttered once.
Welcome to the club.
But I remember we got in Kid Rock's, and I really wanted to go there.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty sure you're the reason why we went to Kid Rock's. You're like, I'm going to Kid Rock's. Like,
you weren't there. It was just me and Matt.
No, let's meet at Kid Rock's. I think we ended the night at this one bar. I'm pretty sure it was Kid Rock's.
No,
it
wasn't. No, it was another one. Because I almost got in the fight at Kid Rock's, and Matt was like, "We got to go."
Kid Rock's is where we went on the first night after the absinthe bar. That's the one that's the one I gave the person my phone. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what bar were we at? It must be like Luke Bryan's or something.
I don't
Jason
know.
Aldean's.
Because that's when we got pictures of water.
I just remember you guys. I have a video somewhere. I'm not going to pull it up because too much effort to find it. But like you were hammered. You're talking to someone on the phone or something. I don't. It's all fuzzy. I remember at the very end of the night on our walk to the Uber, you were just like, I was like, because you were hammered, so I was Snapchatting you to like either Sarah.
Oh,
or
I remember this.
And you were just like, "This is a good week. I had a great weekend." Like, and I was like, it was a good weekend. And I was like, rate it on a scale or something like that. You were like, I've had better, or something like that. Like I was like, as far as bachelor parties go, how is it? You're like, you know what? It was a good weekend. I've had better, or something like that. I was like, damn. Okay, Nick, cool. You're not the best bachelor party you've been to. I get it.
That was the only bachelor party I've ever been to.
Drunk ass.
No.
Drunk
but
ass.
This guy body checked me at Kid Rock's. I remember this because it was busy.
Shit.
Like you.
Yeah, Saturday in the middle
could
of
not. You couldn't
summer.
walk through it, and this guy was inconvenienced that you couldn't walk through it.
Oh.
And so I'm not standing in the walkway, and he like straight up body checks me.
Oh shit!
And I turned and I'm gonna drop one. I was like, all you got to do is fucking say excuse me, and I'll move. And he body checked me again. And Matt was like, come on, man, we'll leave. And I'm like, no, fuck this guy.
I love how like when Nick's drunk, he can be like the goofiest person, but if something like shit hits the fan, he'll just be like, "Hey, what the fuck did you say?" Like, it's like you sober up, and then when the incident like goes away, like you're back to being goofy again. Like brain cells come together for like this moment. You're like, what? That's what I thought.
Like I remember
Toilet
looking at the
paper
guy's
feels good on my booty.
Yeah,
like that's
like I looked at the guy's wife and I was like, "Do you really want to take your douchebag husband to the hospital?" And then Matt was like, "We got to go," and he took me upstairs. And which was a mistake because then I had to walk down 3 flights of stairs. So I was like, "You didn't think this through."
It's like, how do you get a cow downstairs? You can't.
Yeah, you get him upstairs. But did you just call me a fucking cow?
I didn't mean to.
You heifer. So
overall, bachelor party was a success.
It was a great weekend.
Learned that 4 days in Nashville is too much.
Yeah,
like Friday, Saturday, go home Sunday, perfect.
Like I told Matt, I'd love to go back down there for like what you just said.
Yeah, technically it was 3 days.
Minus a lot of people that went. Just a chill thing, because like you, John. You're Jeff. Matt.
Yeah.
Like we can all go and like we don't have to entertain each other. Like the things we do, we're all entertained by, and we don't have to cater to everybody.
There's a lot of people.
That was the thing that I hated because I don't like. I'm over catering to people.
Fair enough.
You know, if you don't like something, you know, bite your tongue, get through it.
I'll do it again.
We're here for one person.
Yeah, bachelor parties are kind of like that. I've only been to, including mine, only 2. I've been to John's and mine. Yeah. Wait, am I missing one? Technically, I went to my new friend John, who I host the podcast with. Yeah. But like that was like him and his buddies going to Top Golf. Gotcha. And I had to take care of him. Yeah, because it was a rough night for everyone involved.
So then Sunday we get hold on, I just remembered something. We finally get our Uber, and it's this Indian guy in a minivan, and we finally get back to the house. And I remember thanking him for his service and shaking his hand and everything. And then getting to the door, and I remembered our townhome had like 7,000 stairs.
Oh, my God.
And there was a scooter in the front because John got over it, and he scootered all the way from Nashville back. Because it took like an hour to get an Uber because they kept canceling on us. I
forgot John was fucking limed back from that downtown Nashville to like the suburbs.
Yeah, he scooted through the hood, man.
It took him like an hour and a half.
With a bum knee because he just had surgery.
I forgot. Holy shit. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Because we didn't know about it until we got home. I was like, why is there a fucking scooter outside of our house?
Because he left probably like He probably left a good 45 minutes before we did. Yeah. And then all in total to get the Uber and everything, I think he said he got back only 10 minutes before we did. And I was like, dude, you should just stay. He's like, yeah, I didn't think it through. I was like, I already made it halfway through. So I was like, why not just keep going? And those roads were not like, they had potholes.
It's bad.
So I was like, dude, your leg must be. He said it was pretty swollen. And I was like, dude, that's not okay.
It's what let alone he wasn't supposed to be golfing, but
true. Yeah, I forgot that was like right after his like injury.
Like he had surgery like a week or two before.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.